that's your favorite Vince Vaughn movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the question is, how do you feel about Dragged Across Concrete?
I honestly have never seen it.
Okay, same director.
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson.
Okay.
They're cops.
Oh, okay. I think I know of it.
Yep.
It rings a bell, but I've never seen it.
It's not okay. Like I said, I love all that guy's movies.
Yeah.
The like Dragged, Bone Tomahawk, and Brawl. I think Brawl. Bone Tomahawk's probably my favorite of the three.
Yeah.
Just because like I love westerns. I love the old west. Back to the Future 3 is my favorite Back to the Future movie.
Yeah.
Now, the way that dude tackles genres is like Tarantino wouldn't even do it like that.
Right.
It's and I love Tarantino's movies. Yeah. We all do. We all love Tarantino's movies.
Of course.
But Zoller is doing like the Lord's work when it comes to making movies. He's making really long movies, but like the payoff at the end of some of these fucking movies are just glorious. So
beautiful.
Dragged Across Concrete again has kind of that like slow burn, feel to it, but it fucking pays off in a huge way.
Beautiful.
Vince Vaughn is amazing in it. Mel Gibson is incredible in it. And this is like in that weird time when Mel Gibson was kind of like, it was like pretty far post like the racial slurs and being drunk and stuff like that.
Past the passion phase.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it was only, I want to say it was like 2016, 2017.
Right.
But it was like him on his way back on a comeback, right?
Right. It's around the same time as.
Do you like? Oh,
what was that? He did that prison one, the Gringo, Get the Gringo. That
I don't
was
think
around
I
the
saw
same
it.
time,
I know what. Yeah, I know which one you're
yeah,
talking. I don't think I saw that one.
I feel like it was like the same kind of upward. That was just trying to get back into it. It was okay.
It like at a certain. It's weird because Bruce Willis has the same thing, or did, I guess, before he retired, where he was just kind of doing.
Well, I feel like Bruce Willis has like known for the last 5 years that he's on his way out, and he's just said yes to anything he can get.
Yeah, purely.
And I mean, like
purely to stack the bank account, probably.
Absolutely, for the kids and whatever. But I mean, it gets. You get to that point. I mean, it depends on where you are in your career, I guess. But I mean, for Bruce Willis, I'm like, why are you gonna take your whole beautiful catalog and just crap it full of shit at the end? Like it's. I don't know.
Do you feel like,
like if,
or go ahead.
I don't know enough about his like medical shit to be like, to be like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Like, I don't know enough personally, but I'm like, I just feel like like some of those early beautiful Pulp Fiction, Sixth Sense, like those things will last forever. And the things he's done in the last 5 years, I couldn't name a single one. Like
other than Bruce Willis Surrogates, which I don't think any of us saw, but
I saw when it came out.
Oh, did you?
But I don't remember much about it. I mean, like it's, I don't know. Like again, I don't want to say, like I know what the fuck is up with Bruce Willis. I don't, but I feel like it's a weird choice to be like such a Hollywood star, and to go do all these fucking D movies and just smash them out one after another. It's just...
I kind of wish we had gotten one more Die Hard. That's kind of what I was holding out for, was at least one more, because I love the Die Hard series. Mm-hmm. And I kind of wish we had gotten one more Die Hard, and maybe if like that had been his last movie or something like that, would have been a poignant wrap up to a career, I think. Yeah. But you're right. It's kind of like, because he has movies coming out. I think he's got like three or four movies that he's done that are coming out, but they're all
action buddy cop.
Well, they're just
kind of
like the stuff that Liam Neeson's doing now too, and like and like so jumping off Bruce Willis and maybe over to like Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Do you feel like I feel like the stuff that Nick Cage is doing is a little bit more offbeat? Like he's still doing kind of those like D-movie Bruce Willis ones, but he's also doing like,
I feel like he's picking the right projects though.
He is in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I'm a weird guy on Nicolas Cage because I feel like most people are very polarized with him, right? You either love his shit or you fucking can't stand the guy. I'm very kind of in the middle with Nick Cage, to be honest. I think he's done some amazing, amazing work as an actor, top notch. You can't say he's not an amazing actor. Some of the choices recently have been top notch, and to be super honest, I haven't enjoyed all of them.
Yeah.
But like
Willy's Wonderland,
I loved it.
Really? I didn't.
I did. And because it was so goofy and so cheesy, and it wasn't trying to be too serious. It was campy. It felt like kind of like it could have been made in the 80s.
Yep.
And
he was great.
I love it.
I think I just expected something different from the movie, and that's kind of I shouldn't even say I was disappointed because what it was great.
Yeah.
But overall, I kind of walked out of it going, "Oh, that wasn't what I thought it was going to be."
Yeah. No, I'll give you that. And I felt the exact same way about Ghost of the Wasteland.
Okay. I haven't seen that one.
Didn't enjoy it.
I was okay, fair enough.
I was so excited to see it because it looks like over the top, crazy fun, but it did not deliver for me personally. But Mandy is one of my favorite movies of the last 5 years for sure.
I think it's
straight up.
It's probably the best. It's the best movie that he's made, that he's been in I would say 10 years.
I agree. Absolutely.
Or more. Like Mandy is so fucking good. It's disgusting. Like that movie is so fucking bizarre and it's so good. And Johan Johansson was the one that did the music. The music is absolutely Mandy was actually one of the, because Johan Johansson actually passed away shortly after. Mandy was like one of the last soundtracks that he scored. Sicario and Mandy were like among, I don't know what else, I'd have to look it up on his IMDb, but yeah, Mandy and Sicario were like one of the last two movies that Johan Johansson scored, and his music was fucking...
Oh, it made the movie.
Oh, like, yeah, 100%.
Like, obviously, like, the visual aspect of it was...
That color palette.
Beautiful. Oh, so good. Like, the heavy reds and, like, just paired so well with the tone of the movie.
The bathroom freak out when he's in his
so
underwear.
Good.
It's one of the best Nick Cage freakouts that's ever been put to film.
Right up there with the bees. So good. So good.
No, not the bees.
I didn't like Pig.
I haven't seen Pig.
So Pig I found was also like pretty polarizing. People either really liked it or didn't. What I didn't like about it was that they marketed it as it was going to be like a revenge kind of flick.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And it's not?
It's not, no. I won't get into it, but like...
That's fair. I think I'm still going to watch it, but yeah, that's...
It was a different movie than it was presented as. And like, as if it had been given to me as the movie it was, I probably would have enjoyed it. Yeah. But I sat there the whole time waiting for him to start beating motherfuckers up. And it didn't get there. So it was... Which, fine, that's not the movie it was. But that's what I was expecting, right? So I was...
It's unfortunate that the marketing for certain movies, especially stuff like that's more like I kind of had a feeling that Pig was more of an art house indie drama versus
it's exactly what it turned out to be, yeah.
And because it was an A24, I think it was an A24 film.
Sounds right.
Or Neon, whatever.
Yeah.
It was one of those companies where... Yeah, one of those companies. And so, to me, I kind of thought, no, like, because we've been burned by marketing before in terms of so many movies, and like expectations. Like, I'm trying to think of like a really...
I got a classic example.
Yeah, go ahead.
Snakes on a Plane.
There, yeah.
Right?
I don't think I've even ever seen Snakes on a Plane.
What was it, like 2008 or some shit? But it was like, the hype was so big. Everyone was like, oh my God. And then it bombed so hard, but I was like... everyone said that it kind of like, it promised so much, and then the delivery was down here. But I'm like, it delivered exactly what the fuck
it delivered.
Snakes on a plane, yeah. But that was I think a prime example of one of those like big Hollywood movies where it was hyped up and shown in this kind of way that people were like so excited, and then they got there and it just wasn't present. I mean, like
For sure.
the movie wasn't as it was presented, right? A lot more like a lot more action heavy and fast paced, and then you get into it and you're like, this is kind of slow, you know? And like it's, you know, and like he delivers the one line right at the end, and I'm sick of these motherfucking snakes. And
yeah, I have a good one for you. Observe and report.
Okay, you hit me your opinion, because I fucking love Observe and Report.
I also, I've watched it twice. I saw it when it came out.
Yeah.
And was not in love with it because it was very much not what was advertised.
Yeah.
That was a movie that was very much advertised as, this is a Seth Rogen
upbeat.
Yeah, like this is like
yeah.
Paul Blart Mall Cop, but with Seth Rogen, and it's gonna be like an upbeat comedy. That movie is so fucking dark. Oh, like it is.
It's a lot of really serious shit.
Oh yeah, like that is a dark fucking movie.
Yeah.
So I think the second time I watched it, I was able to, like, it had been far enough removed from when that movie came out that I was able to, you know, appreciate it more the second time, where I was like, okay, I understand what they were doing here. It's more, again, that one's another one that's dramedy, like dark dramedy art house film. Like it's like Napoleon Dynamite was even sold as like this like slapstick comedy.
Yeah.
And it was not. It was very much like Napoleon Dynamite was what it was.
Yeah.
And I never liked Napoleon Dynamite as much as
big as it got.
Yeah, like it just,
for sure.
That was one of those ones where it was like everybody was quoting like Anchorman and all those things that we had nothing else. Like we just
Bo Pedro t-shirts were at every Winners. And
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is wild to me that movie blew up the way it did, because it's a really slow.
It's funny and it's quirky. It's
like Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's not like a solid heavy hitting.
And it's not a bad movie. It's just kind of like it's always been presented as this, like, you know, again, like another like upbeat comedy.
Yeah.
You know, with him like doing the dance and the thing, and like the I guess the whole point of it is just marketing. No matter what, they're trying to get you in seats, so they're going to lie to you about what these movies are actually like.
Yeah.
Versus, you know, what you're actually getting.